Have you ever been the person who always says yes? The one who stays late to help? The one who remembers birthdays? The one who listens to everyone's problems? But when you needed someone, the room suddenly became quiet. Maybe you've asked yourself a painful question. Why do people appreciate me the least when I give them the most? The answer may not be because you're weak. It may not even be because people are cruel. Sometimes it's because human beings naturally adapt to what is always available. Today, I want to tell you the story of someone who learned this lesson the hard way. His name is Daniel, and maybe his story is closer to yours than you think. Daniel was 34 years old. He worked as a project manager in a busy marketing company. Everyone liked Daniel. At least, that's what they said. Whenever a coworker forgot a deadline, Daniel helped. Whenever someone needed to switch shifts, Daniel agreed. Whenever a friend needed to move apartments, Daniel showed up with his truck. His phone never stopped ringing. His calendar was always full. His life revolved around helping everyone else. People often smiled and said, "You're the nicest person I know." Hearing those words made Daniel feel important, useful, needed. Growing up, Daniel learned that being helpful earned love. His parents worked long hours. Praise came only after good grades. Teachers called him the responsible one. Family members told him, "You're such a good boy because you never complain." Without realizing it, Daniel slowly connected his value with what he could do for other people. Helping became part of his identity, not because anyone forced him, because it felt like the safest way to belong. Everything changed on one rainy Tuesday. Daniel's father suffered a heart attack. It wasn't fatal, but it was serious enough that Daniel needed help. He had hospital visits, paperwork, stress, fear. For the first time in years, Daniel was the one asking. He texted several friends. Most answered with something like, "Sorry, I'm really busy." Some never replied. At work, Daniel asked if someone could cover one presentation. The same coworkers he had helped dozens of times suddenly avoided eye contact. One said, "I wish I could." Another replied, "Maybe next week." Daniel handled everything himself. Late one night, sitting alone in a hospital parking lot, he realized something painful. People depended on him, but very few people truly showed up for him. He wasn't angry. He was confused. Hadn't he done enough? Hadn't he always been there? Why did it feel so one-sided? The sadness slowly turned into exhaustion. Daniel kept smiling, kept saying yes. But inside, he felt invisible. Months later, during another family emergency, his sister asked him a simple question. "When was the last time you rested?" Daniel couldn't answer. He honestly couldn't remember. He had spent so many years taking care of everyone else. He had forgotten how to take care of himself. Daniel's experience isn't unique. Many people who are consistently kind experience something similar. Not because kindness is a mistake, but because of how people naturally adapt to repeated experiences. Psychologists call this adaptation. When something becomes constant, our minds often stop noticing it as much. Think about clean water. Most people rarely stop to appreciate it until it's unavailable. Or think about electricity. We barely notice it every day. But during a power outage, it suddenly becomes incredibly valuable. Relationships can sometimes work in similar ways. When someone is always available, always forgiving, always giving, others may begin to expect that behavior instead of recognizing it as a generous choice. This doesn't necessarily mean they intend to be ungrateful. Sometimes expectations quietly replace appreciation. Another important idea comes from healthy boundaries. Boundaries are not walls. They're guidelines that help protect our time, energy, and emotional well-being. Research in relationships suggests that people often experience healthier interactions when expectations are clear and both sides respect each other's limits. Saying no occasionally doesn't make someone selfish. It reminds others that your kindness is a choice, not an unlimited resource. Daniel had confused kindness with self-sacrifice. There is a difference. Kindness says, I want to help. Self-sacrifice says, I must help, even if it hurts me. One comes from generosity. The other often comes from fear. Fear of disappointing people. Fear of rejection. Fear of not being enough. Many people learn these patterns early in life. They discover that being useful earns approval. Over time, saying yes becomes automatic. Not because they always want to, because they believe saying no might cost them love. But healthy relationships don't require someone to disappear for others to feel comfortable. Real respect grows when both people can give and receive. Several months after his father's recovery, Daniel made one small decision. A coworker asked him to finish another last-minute report. Normally, he would have smiled and accepted. Instead, he paused. He took a breath and calmly said, I'm sorry, but I can't today. The room didn't collapse. No one got angry. His coworker simply asked someone else. Daniel felt guilty at first. Then, he felt something unexpected: relief. Over the next year, Daniel began protecting his weekends. He stopped answering work messages at midnight. He spent more time with family. He started hiking again, reading again, sleeping again. Something surprising happened. A few people drifted away. Those relationships had depended on constant giving, but the people who truly cared stayed. In fact, those friendships became stronger because they were finally balanced. Daniel learned that kindness is most powerful when it includes yourself. You cannot pour endlessly from an empty cup. Your value has never depended on how exhausted you become for other people. Being compassionate does not require abandoning your own needs. Sometimes, the kindest word you can say is no, not because you love others less, but because you finally understand that your own well-being matters too. So if you've spent years wondering why your kindness seems invisible, remember this. People may forget what is constantly available, but that doesn't reduce its worth. Protect your time, protect your peace, keep your heart kind. Just don't lose yourself while trying to save everyone else. Because the people who deserve your kindness will also respect your limits, and in the end, the healthiest relationships are not built on endless sacrifice. They are built on mutual care, mutual respect, and the courage to value yourself as much as you value everyone else. If this story reminded you of someone, or perhaps reminded you of yourself, take it as a gentle invitation. Be kind. Be generous. But never believe that your worth depends on how much of yourself you give away.